YouTube, what is going on? It's your boy Sports Culture, and I'm back with another video here today. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing free agent cornerback options for the Green Bay Packers in this free agency class. And the reason I'm making this video is because it seems more likely every day that the Green Bay Packers and Jair Alexander are going to cut their ties. And that's just simply what I'm hearing off of these reports coming from Packers reporters. So who knows? But, at the end of the day, all these reports coming out, it most likely seems like the Packers and Jair Alexander are going to be splitting the way. So whether we cut him, trade him, whatever it is, we need to go out there in this free agency class and get a veteran cornerback. We're also probably going to get let go of Eric Stokes as well. So we just need more depth in that room. We need more talent. We need a veteran presence. Keyshawn Nixon is a veteran as well. So is Carrington Valentine per se. You could say that now. But we need a legit veteran, someone that has been a cornerback 1, a legit high-end cornerback 2. And I think there's a lot of solid options in this free agency class. And obviously, I probably bet my life savings on it. The Green Bay Packers are most likely going to draft a cornerback in the first 3 rounds as well. So without further ado, man, let's get right into this video. The first free agent cornerback on this list is DJ Reed, and this is somebody who I actually wanted the Packers to trade for at the trade deadline. He's a dog, man. I'm a huge fan of his game. For him being a little bit undersized at the cornerback position, being around 5'9", 5'10", you'd probably think he'd get bullied by these big physical wide receivers, but he doesn't. He's very technically sound. He's very physical as well. Just a lockdown cornerback, man. He's not going to get the most INTs in the world. He's not going to get targeted the most. He's not even going to get the most pass deflections per se, but he's just going to hold down his side of the football field, and he's just going to be a lockdown cornerback, man. And I like that, man. He's a dog. He's not afraid to tackle. He comes downhill. He has that veteran leadership. I think he'd be a phenomenal vet in this locker room. Is only 28 years old. Has a lockdown cornerback, profile. 6 INTs in the NFL. 7-year vet. His previous contract with the New York Jets was 3 years, $33 million. I just put right here 3 years, $27 million. That's just what I thought he'd get paid. But as I was making this graphic right here for DJ Reed, I actually got a report that the Niners are very interested in DJ Reed, and his projected amount might be 3 years, $40 million. So let's just not worry about what I put right here, because the dude's probably gonna get paid. But one hell of a football player in DJ Reed. I'd be stoked if we were able to sign this guy. Not going to get the most INTs in the world. Might not, statistically, pop out like some other cornerbacks in terms of pass breakups and, INTs, I mean. But he's a lockdown cornerback. He's a good boundary cornerback. Has the versatility inside and out. But he's just a dog. I like his veteran leadership, I mean. And I think, 3 years, $27 million, if the Packers were able to get him around that, even for 3 years, like $36, $34 million, I think that's still a great contract for a guy that's been, the last couple of years, in my personal opinion, one of the better lockdown cornerbacks in the NFL. So DJ Reed is the first guy on this list. The next free agent cornerback on this list, and my personal favorite, is Byron Murphy. And as it stands right now, I have not seen any news that he signed Byron Murphy. It still stands that he's an unrestricted free agent. So if the Packers could go out there in free agency and get a guy like Byron Murphy, I think this not only makes our turnover total, which was one of the highest in the NFL, go up. I think we'd lead the NFL in turnovers if we sign this guy. 2-time Pro Bowler. Elite ball skills, led NFL with 6 INTs at his position this year. Versatility inside and out. And I think that's a great thing to have from your high-end cornerback 1 to high-end cornerback 2 on your team. You want your best guys to travel with the other team's best wide receivers. And when you're playing against guys like Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, just any of these wide receivers that not only could play outside but could play inside and be legit threats, you want your best guy to travel with them, just in my personal opinion. I think his projected contract is going to be around 3 years, $53 million. Might be even more. I think he's definitely worth that type of money. Like I said, as it stands right now, when I was looking up, news on him today, what is today? The February of 18th, 2025. It still stands that he's an unrestricted free agent. They have not tagged or signed him or done anything like that. So the Packers could really go out there and sign this guy. Like I said, I think we lead the NFL in turnovers. And yes, he was phenomenal in a great defensive scheme that ran a lot of zone coverage, but so did we. I didn't expect, Jeff Hafley to run this much zone coverage. I thought we were going to be, a heavy man coverage team, but that was just simply not it. And I think Byron Murphy excels in zone coverage, and I think he'd be phenomenal in this defensive scheme with Jeff Hafley. Byron Murphy is the second cornerback on this list, and my personal favorite for the free agency class for the cornerbacks. The next free agent cornerback on this list is Asante Samuel Jr., and I was a huge fan of his game coming out of college when he was coming out of Florida State. One of the better ball skill cornerbacks in the NFL. 6 INTs in 4 years, only being 25 years old. The dude is very young. Like I said earlier, great ball skills. 37 pass breakups in 4 years. I mean, that is a lot in the span of 4 years. Projected contract 3 years, 43 million. Wouldn't be surprised if he got a little bit more. But I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I do think Asante Samuel would help this team out a lot. I think he'd be a high end cornerback too, with high end cornerback one, potential still. But I just don't like his tackling abilities as a cornerback. I just think he whips way too much. His man coverage abilities and trial techniques are okay. But I think he excels very, very like highly in zone coverage, which is what the Green Bay Packers play a lot of. But like I said, I just don't like his tackling ability. That's just the only reason I'm not super high on the Green Bay Packers going out there and targeting Asante Samuel Jr. and signing him. I wouldn't be mad one bit because I do think he'd definitely be, a lot better than what we have at the cornerback room currently right now, minus Jair Alexander, obviously. But, I just don't typically like his tackling technique that much. And his man coverage abilities do need some work. But Asante Samuel, only 25 years old. I mean, the dude is still young. What am I talking about? I mean, the dude could obviously get better in those aspects. So, Asante Samuel Jr., the next cornerback free agent on this list. The next free agent cornerback on this list is Nate Hobbs. And I think this guy is one hell of a football player when he's on the football field. His projected contract, in my personal opinion, is to be determined. I just don't know what his value is going to be. I'm very interested to find out. Because like I said, is kind of dealing with the injury bug. Hasn't always been on the football field. When he's on the football field, he's one hell of a football player. The only full season he's played is in 2021 when he was in a rookie. As a rookie. Then in 2023, played 13 games. Then every other year has been a maximum of 11 games. So just hasn't always been on the football field. But I like this guy's tackling ability. I like the high energy he plays with. He has that dog mentality. When he hits guys, he kind of makes his presence known for a cornerback. He hits like a strong safety, so he's just really, really physical. I like his ability around the line of scrimmage. He's very good in trail technique, has some really like long arms, so he's able to press and get his hands on wide receivers and just be physical with them. All rookie team in 2021, 72 tackles and 11 games in 2022, the best average in the NFL among cornerbacks. Versatility inside and out with his tackling ability. I mean, it's a no-brainer that he's able to play, inside, because you want a dude that's a cornerback that can light dudes up on the inside, but he also has the ability to obviously play outside. And I think that's where he's going to get, most of his playing time is the outside cornerback position. I think his one underrated aspect of his game is his zone coverage abilities. I think he's phenomenal in the hard flats when he's able to keep the play in front of him. I think he's one of the guys that are, since he's so secure and so good at tackling for a cornerback, he's able to prevent a short play from becoming a long play by simply missing a tackle, by simply making a tackle. So I'm all in on Nate Hobbs. I'm very interested to find out what his value is going to be once free agency starts. I'm very interested to find out if he's going to be a guy that takes a prove-it deal, so we'll potentially see where, Nate Hobbs' value stands come, free agency time. But I'm a huge fan of his game when he's on the football field. And only being 25 years old, why not swing for the fences with a guy like Nate Hobbs? And the final free agent cornerback on this list is Chardavius Money Ward. And the reason he's the last guy on this list is, in my personal opinion, I think he's the number one cornerback in this free agency. I think this dude, when he is on the football field, I know he had the injury at the beginning of the year this year, and then he had some family events happen to him as well this year. So you can't really blame that on him. But I think, when he's on the football field, he is a top 10 cornerback in the NFL easily. Very, very elite in terms of man coverage. Very, very physical. Has a big, lengthy body, so he's very good in physical and man press. 28 years old, still fairly young. A one-time Pro Bowler, second-team All-Pro, a Super Bowl champion. So this dude has won before. He knows how to win. He's come from two great franchises, the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. So both those franchises, love them or hate him, they got a great mojo. They got a great, philosophy over there. They're winning franchises, winning teams. He's come from both those teams, so he knows how to win. He's had the playoff experience. He's been on both teams, like I said, deep in the playoffs on both teams. So he just has the experience. He's a veteran. He's a dog. He's very good overall in all aspects at the cornerback position. Very solid tackler as well. So there's just a lot to like about him. I think his projected contract is 3 years, $45 million. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if he got around 3 years, $55 million, even more. So I think he's a very, very elite, high-level cornerback. When he's on the football field, he's a top 10 cornerback. I don't think he's injury-prone by any means. I just think that was a very unfortunate, set of events that happened to him last year. I don't think that's going to be a thing that, happens, going forward with him. He's never really been an injury-prone, per se, cornerback. So Tre'Davious Money Ward is the last free agent cornerback on this list. One hell of a football player. I think he's the best cornerback in this free agency class. Is last on this video because, like I said, I think he's number one. I just don't think it's going to be realistic that the Packers actually sign this guy. I definitely think they'll be in contention to go, bid with other teams, but I don't think they're going to outbid with other teams and stay in a bidding war with other teams for Tre'Davious Ward. So final free agent on this list is Tre'Davious Ward. And that's going to go ahead and wrap up the video, guys. If you're interested in more Packers videos, draft and style videos, videos on specific positions for this year's upcoming draft class, please go look at my YouTube channel. I have dropped a couple of videos already. If you're interested in mock drafts coming out for the Green Bay Packers, please subscribe because I'm going to be constantly making mock drafts at least weekly from here on out all the way to the NFL draft. So if you're interested in all that, man, please go look at my channel, subscribe, like the video. It helped me out a lot. I'm out.